Well, hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to another Saturday adventure. But this Saturday is special, and let me tell you why. As of tomorrow, February 26th, the channel is now 4 years old. That's right, can you believe 4 years have gone by? Unbelievable. And look at all of the adventures that we've had, going back to the very beginning when all it was a camera and a microphone into what you see today. I'm so proud how the channel has evolved over the last 4 years into what you see today. And it was with the help of all of you. That's right, you guys helped make that possible with merchandise sales and donations into the tip jar, rock purchases, etc., etc. All of that was put back into the channel to gain all of the equipment necessary to be able to produce the kind of productions that you see today. Guys, thank you so very much for helping the channel become the success that it is. Okay guys, so what are we doing today? Well, right behind me, right there on the side of that hill, way up near the top, is a giant waste rock pile and a haul road headed to the north. Well, they certainly wouldn't have went through all that trouble to put in that road on the side of the hill unless there wasn't something up there, right? And I can see what might be some equipment high on the hill. So before I get out the walking stick, drive up here and go all the way up that road, I want to get the drone up in the air and then fly it up there to see what we've got. The waste rock pile from here doesn't look all that large, but looks can be deceiving. If that waste rock falls into a big washout or a gully, it may look small from here, but up there it can be quite large. Then if we have enough time, when we get done exploring that one, we're going to drive up here to the north and go up this next valley. And the reason for that is because over the last couple of weekends, I've taken you into multiple mines with these giant limonite deposits. Well, fast forward to what I believe is probably like maybe the 80s or the 90s. There was a similar mine right up over here in this other valley. But the difference is a modern mining company came in and went into it and did an open pit operation, completely obliterating the previous mine and all of its underground workings. But the map shows at least 8 to 10 adits were in that area. So I want to go over there and to see if we can get into any of those older workings that might be on the perimeter of the open pit operations. All right, guys, I think this is going to be a fun day. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. Let me get the drone up in the air, and we're going to fly right up there and see what that one is all about. All right, here we go. We got the drone up in the air. There's old Bob. Let me kind of orientate you as to where we are. So we're looking out across this direction here, and there's our mine way up on the hill. Okay, we'll put this puppy in sport mode. And there we go. Yeah, this drone really gets after it. Look at how fast it can move. Oh, this is really going to save a lot of time as compared to hiking all the way up the side of that haul road only to find out that this is nothing more than a prospect. It's probably maybe not quite a mile away from where I'm at right now. As we fly across the desert here, I suppose we better gain some altitude. There we go. Okay. Isn't technology wonderful? There we go. Okay, we're getting a little closer here. Let's see how big that waste rock pile is. Okay, coming in on it. Looks like a lot of limestone to me, to be quite honest with you. The curious thing is, what is that piece of equipment that's up there? I'll tell you what, let's slow things down a little bit right now. And stop for just a second so that I can put this in just a little bit different mode. Okay, that's better. See, that waste rock pile there, as I said, it's full of limestone. I'm not seeing big deposits of limonite. So we've got an adit to the right. But what is that? I'm having a hard time seeing this here because what is this piece of equipment here? What do we have? Oh, I got, okay. It's a trestle. That's what it is. So they were hauling it out and dumping it over the side from right there. Okay, let's see if we can get let's kind of go in safety mode here. We'll get a little bit closer, make sure that we don't have a mine that's bat barred. I think I can safely get a little closer. We're using the super expensive drone right now, so I don't want to lose or have anything go wrong here. All right, let's zoom in just a little bit. Kind of a shadow in there. I don't think it's bat barred though. No. Okay, looks interesting. Now let's look over here real quick, and we'll get a peek at the other one. Which should be right over here. Yeah, look at the condition of the haul road. There's absolutely no way that I'm taking old Bob up there. All right, let's kind of pivot around here real quick. And we're going to look inside this other adit. What do we have there? A little table or something? Looks that way. Wonder if this was just a place for dynamite storage. Let's zoom in a bit. It very well could be. Just a little hollowed out room for dynamite storage right next to the main workings. It's a heck of a hike up there. I can't imagine too many people have went for it, but we're going to do it today. I want to see what this thing's all about. Now, let's look at it from this angle. Yeah, all right, that's what we have. We have a little trestle coming out of it right there. Let's look at the size of the waste rock pile. That'll give us an indication of the size of the mine. I don't know, might just go in maybe a couple 100 feet and that's it. Yeah. Okay, before we leave this area, I got enough power here. I want to take a quick peek at the haul road. And let's go like that. We'll put it in a little different mode here. Okay, there we go. You got to be real careful on these haul roads, otherwise known as cut roads. Because sometimes there's just no place to turn around, or you get into you're going up them. There's no place to turn around, and then all of a sudden you run into a washout, and then you're really button hooked. So real quick, we're just gonna take that's kind of doable. See, there's a washout right there. Probably could skirt that one. No, gives me a little bit of anxiety just looking at it, especially that hill right there. Yeah, we don't need to be tipping over old Bob. If we did something like that, that would completely ruin all future explorers. I see some more washouts down there. I think what I'm going to do is park down there in the bottom, break out the walking stick, and just hike it. Okay, turning around here. Old Bob should be right over here somewhere. Let's put it in sport mode. All right, well, that's about going to do it here as we fly back to Old Bob. So let me get my gear all put together, and I'll head over there, get a little bit closer to that trail, and we'll begin our hike up to that mine, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you over there. All right, guys, here we are, made it. And right here, I'm in the number 2 adit that I just showed you on the drone footage. Yeah, when I was looking at this area, I thought to myself, oh, come on, it's only, what, 3/4 of a mile up that hill, maybe a mile at most? That ain't gonna be nothing. Yeah, sure. Wait, the drone work makes it all look so easy. Wait until you have to hike all the way up the side of the hill. I'm probably about 500 to 700 feet higher in elevation than where I was last weekend. And it's a darn good thing I parked Old Bob at the bottom of the hill, because there was multiple washouts. There would have been no way of climbing up the hill, much less turning around and going back down. So anywho, here we are, an hour later and a little bit sweatier. So just as I thought, this is powder storage, and there's proof of it laying all around. Here's some of the clues. Here is a blasting cap tin. They're laying all over the ground here. Here is a tamping rod, what's left of one. This one broke, but this is used for, you know, you load in your dynamite, like in that hole right there, and then you push in the sticks with your tamping rod. It's one stick after another, etc. Okay, so the other mine is right up here, the one that had the trestle. Oh, and by the way, I did find another short little adit. It was actually even smaller than this one. We'll just call it a prospect. Down the hill a little bit further, but it only went in about 20 feet. Okay, guys, let's explore these old mines. Yeah, pretty cool. No doubt. Now, this does give us a much better look at our waste rock pile. Let me poke the camera down there so you guys can see it. Pretty good size. Yeah, it's a lot bigger when you're standing on top of it, that's for darn sure. Okay, let's see what we have here. Wonder if this was constructed in the 30s and 40s. Pretty much everything around here is kind of right about that date. Okay, so let's look at the geology. First of all, what got them excited about this? Well, look at the banding that's running throughout all that dolomite limestone right there. Let's get a closer look at it here. Look at that. Doesn't appear to be anything of value, but that is right where they dropped the mine in. Okay. Let's look at the trestle from this angle before we head on inside. Go out here. They left that track in place because it was bent. All right, turning around. Turning around. And we'll get some light on the situation here. Make sure we're all... There we go. Okay. So they removed the track. And here they started going in. Okay, so what do we have in here? Let's poke up in there. Oops. Real quick. Down here. Oh, look at this spider web. Oh, very cool. Wonder what kind of spider that is to make a web as big as that. Looks pretty old though. There's lots of dust on it. Okay, let's keep on going. What are we gonna have up in here? I'm looking at the rock right now, trying to figure out what it is. It's looks to me more of a, this is like it's an igneous rock. It doesn't quite look like ancient lava to me. down here on the ground, I'm looking for footprints. See if anybody's been up in here in a while, and I'm not seeing anything. No. Nope, nobody's been in here. Nobody wants to hike up the side of that hill. They're not as goofy as me. Okay, what do we have? What is it? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Well, someone got in here. There's a beer can down on the floor. And here's our mining operations. There is a metal ladder, and they were going up there into some kind of a stope. But look at how dark it is. Look at this rock. Is that because it's been scorched? I'm looking here. Yeah, look at that's all smoke damage. That's what that is. That's why it's all black. So maybe at one time there was something here made out of wood. Somebody lit it on fire and burned the whole thing out. Sure is. Everything above my head is all smoke damage. Yep. Well, you know, you just never know until you hike up the side of the hill and find out for yourself. But it doesn't go anywhere up there. Let's get a little bit higher. The ladder used to run that way. I can see the ladder's all twisted and bent because of the fire. Yep, melted it and bent it. So what we have here is a big raise. And it didn't go up very far. That's it, guys. That's all there is. So, wow. Unbelievable. That's it. All right, turning around. Let me step down off this debris without tripping over something. There we go. All that for that. Well, I kind of had a feeling, you know. I kind of had a feeling that that's how things were going to play out. But we needed to know. So, let me go over here real quick. I'm going to set the camera down for a second. There we go. So, you might be asking, all right, so what's going on here? Well, they found a deposit that's going to be higher up on the side of this hill. And so what they did is they came at it from a low angle. They went in as far as they needed to, and then they worked up. They probably had a big timbered section, probably an incline shaft with a nice steel ladder going up into the bottom of the deposit so that they could drop that material down. There was probably a chute right up in here. Drop that material down and bring it right out of the mine. However, what happened here is they made it in that far. They got right below the bottom of the deposit, and one of two things happened. Either it turned out to be where the values weren't that high. It just cost too much money to have it removed. You know, to get it out of here, take it all the way down the hill, much less have it all processed, etc. Or something happened, like say World War II came along and the mine was shut down and it never got reopened again. Just a few examples of what might have happened, you know, why this wasn't made a little bit bigger. So now what I'm going to do is there's nothing left up here. I've got to walk all the way back down the hill. We'll go back to Old Bob and we're going to head on over to those older workings where those giant limonite deposits were, and we're going to see if we can get into some of those older workings, okay? All right, guys, back down the hill. Alright guys, we got the drone up in the air. Let me orientate you here as to where we are. There's old Bob. And here's our big old open pit operations right over here. So now, over the last couple of weeks, I showed you what all of the underground operations looked like in a similar mine. So now just imagine you got the same thing right here. And then what they did is they came in with heavy equipment and they did an open pit. And then they went after those giant limonite pockets, starting with this one right here. Let's get a closer look at that. Yeah, a lot easier to just rake into them with a big old front end loader, tracked front end loader. That's probably what they were using. Because that limonite, it peels apart pretty easy. Now, the primary commodity at this mine here, just like the others, did state that it's copper. But I have yet to be able to find any copper-colored minerals in this mine. Now, right down there, that may be a small adit. Okay. As we zoom in a little closer here, take a look, see? It's possible in that shadow right there, that could be an adit going into the older workings. Alright, let's zoom out. But you can see all that color, just like what we were finding last weekend. Okay, now, let's go over here, because this direction, they have a cut. They were cutting into it over here too. Alright, let's spin this around and look down there, see if we can see any old adits. Possibly right there. And another one off to the left over there. So there may be some access into the older workings right there. Maybe. Hard to see from this angle. Okay, what I want to do next is let's get some altitude here and fly back just a little bit and get a better look at this place. Let's get a bigger overall view of what's going on here. Alright, let's stop right there. So you can see what they did is off to the right. See how they pushed the dolomite limestone off into that pile over there as they made their cut. And then they chased after those pockets center screen. Is there anything down this direction? Let's look over here. Not really. Not seeing anything off that way. It looks like most of the pockets were off over this direction. Let's look over here real quick. And you can see they pushed off the waste rock off this direction towards the wash. And there's old Bob down in the bottom. Alright, now, let's do this real quick here. We'll spin around. Spinning around, spinning around. Because I want to get a look at it from this angle. Okay. There. Yep. Alright, so they found that seam. Notice how it's trending right along, moving north and south. Right there. Okay, anything off this direction? Got another valley over on the other side. Okay. I'm just looking around to see if I can see any old cabins or anything of that nature. Not really seeing anything. Let's go up this direction. I thought I maybe saw something over here on the side of the hill. Coming up in here. Let's fly over there and get a closer look. Oh yeah, we got some workings over there, don't we? Look here, guys. Yep, right there. Oh yeah. I see an ore chute. Right over here. There's a portal right, wait a minute, down here, look at on the lower left-hand side of the screen. Lower left, right there. That looks like track. Track is coming right out of the mine. And notice how it's heading right over here to that, where you see that waste rock off on the left? Right there. So they're trying to get in underneath it. Then off here to the right, went after another seam. They peeled into it right there. Oh, very cool. So we've got something higher up on the hill over there. All right, let's turn around. Boy, I just don't know if I have enough legs underneath me to climb back up that hill. Let's, we're going to spin all the way around here real quick and look at it going back down. Yeah. Almost the same size of workings that we found last weekend. Here, let me get centered here. There we go. Center. Let's zoom down in on that. See what we've got. Very cool. Look at that. There's track down there. Wow. Okay. Well, this is neat. I didn't expect to find that today. I didn't see that on Google Earth when I was looking at this area. That's a pleasant surprise. So we would have to hike right up the side of that hill. There's kind of an old road right there in order to get up there to find it. Or to get to it, I mean. Okay, now we're just flying over here right now. Taking the road back over to Old Bob so you guys kind of are orientated as to where we're at. Old Bob should be right over here, right in the bottom, right there. Okay, guys. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the drone landed now, and what I want to do first is walk up into this big cut and see if there's any way into the older workings of the mine that used to be where this open pit currently is. All right, I'll be back. Okay, guys, here I am in the pit, and you can clearly see this big seam of limonite, and they worked it all the way to that far southerly edge over there, and then they quit because they extracted it all. But let's go over here and take a closer look at what we found with the drone, see if there's any old workings we can get into. This was the first area right here. See that? Told you. I told you. Right there. Oh, excuse me. Not bad manners, just good granola bar. Okay. Let me turn my lights on here. I knew it. I kind of figured we were going to find something. All right. Let me safely scoot my butt. Now, to kind of put this into perspective, so remember last weekend when I showed you guys that giant stope? Okay, so imagine coming in with huge earth moving equipment and just cutting right into it. That's what we've got right here. Boy, there's some really ugly looking rocks there. I just need to get my footing here. There. All right. Yeah, I kind of figured. See, look at here. See, there's an ore pass right there. So at one time there would have been an adit lower on this hill before it was all destroyed and covered up with all the waste rock from the open pit operations. But it would have went right down there. They would have passed the ore down to a main haulage adit. Let's throw a rock down there. We'll listen to see how deep it is. Yeah, it's been kind of filled in. All right, let's get a better look around here. It goes off that way, stops. Goes up that way, stops. Got something going off that direction. Let's look behind me here. Look at all these slabs coming down. Wow. Now there's some blue. There's some blue staining on those rocks right there. That's looking a little bit more copper-like. Okay. How about over here? Anything hiding over here? Underneath all this slabbing? Oh yeah, we got something going off that direction. Oh, super dangerous. Let's see if I can get over there. Wow. Anything? No. That's it, so far as it goes. All right, let's get back up. Whoa. Let's get out from under that. Yikes. Whew. Wow. There's some massive hangers in here. They just come right down and squash you like a big bug. Okay, let's go over here. I want to quickly get away from all that. Crawling around over all this darn scree. It's not making life easy. All right. Anything over here? Yeah, I went that way at one time. They got backfilled. Nothing up that direction either. Is that dynamite? Let's look here. Yeah, there's a stick of dynamite right there on the ground. Okay, turning it around. Let's see if I can crawl back out of here safely without any of this coming down on my head. Come on there. Come on, fat boy. Get going. Come on now. Boy, that's not easy to climb on. One step forward, two steps back. Jeez. Come on. All right. All right, guys, I'll be back. I'm going to catch my breath. Be right back. All right, there we go. I'm a little bit better now. Not so winded. Let's go up here. We got another one. Aha. Uh-huh. I knew it. I just knew we'd bust into old workings. Yeah, and here we are. Look at that. Fantastic, huh? How far is it gonna go? Oh, poo. Stops right there. Well, darn it all. Yep. That's it. Okay, turning around. Turning around here. Catch your breath, you silly monkey. All right, we got another one over here. Let's look at this one. Right over here. There it is. Is that one going to do anything? No, that's it. Just a little pocket. Shoot. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. We'll get up to the next one. And stop. There it is, but doesn't go in very far. All right, guys, I'm going to hop up over the hill, and we're going to walk into the next cut, see if there's something hiding over there. I'll see you over there. Okay, guys, I had a moment to take a break there, catch my breath. Now here we are in the next cut, and we've got another little opening right here. Let's see if this is going to take us any place. Let's take a look. Yeah, at one time it was part of the older workings, but no, it's all filled in now. Oh, it sure is. All right. Well, let's go this way. Maybe there's something hiding around the corner. I don't want to miss anything. Takes a long time to get to this location. About a 115 mile drive one direction. Of course, another 115 miles back. Yeah. So right over there, look right up, that would be our footwall. And what we're standing in right now would have been the old stope of the older workings. Fast forward, they came in here and obliterated it, exposing the footwall, and they cleaned out the rest of the ore. Now I still see some laying around in here. There's a little bit here and there, like this piece right here, and there's a piece right there. See that bluish tint on there? We got copper. Okay, now I want to walk over this direction because there's something I want to look at on the other side of this hill. Oh, we're getting windy here. Okay, yeah, this is the next valley over. So when I was looking at this on Google Earth, I found a cabin over here in this next valley, and I want to see if I can see it from this side of the hill. Okay. Where would it be? Aha! There you go, right down there in the bottom. There's an ore bin and an ore chute. And over there, just past those trees, I can see the roof of that old cabin. Now, they certainly wouldn't build a cabin all the way out here, unless, of course, they were mining something. And indeed, there's the mine. Probably hard for you guys to make it out. I'm going to put it dead center in the screen. You can just barely make out the waste rock piles on that next valley over. But those are going to be some some of the original workings of this area are right over there. So that's good. We've got at least two more places we can explore on this side of the mountain. All right, turning around here. I'm going to give you guys one last look at this big cut. If you ask me, all they really accomplished here is they made a giant mess out of things. I can't imagine they removed a whole heck of a lot of ore. Most all of it was probably already removed by the original miners. Maybe there was a little left over, but hard to tell. But geez, what a mess. All right, guys, I'm going to work my way back down to Old Bob. I'll see you down there. All right, guys, well, that's going to have to do it for this weekend's adventure. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed that too. Unfortunately, I did have a lot of problems with my audio in this video, and I'm working hard to get that figured out right now. I'm receiving some interference into my microphone from the radio controller for my drones. I do have a plug-in in my audio software that does mitigate that interference, but I'm trying to find a solution to that problem. And again, I hit my field recorder on a rock, which disabled my audio in my helmet. So I was forced to have to go back and use the icky camera audio, which isn't very good. I cleaned it up as best as I could, and well, you know, it is what it is. But hey, I want to put out a big thank you to Tina Delwich, the channel's biggest supporter. She helped, her and her contributions helped purchase a brand new field recorder, as well as a new Sennheiser microphone that I'm going to be installing in my helmet, which is a lot more dynamic than the microphone that I have been using over the last couple of years. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, well, I'm going to get on out of here, and maybe, just maybe, next week we'll head back over here again and hike up that hill to get a better look at that mine that we found with the drone. Okay, guys, again, thank you so very much, and I'll see y'all again next weekend. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.